Morning.
Good morning.
Have you ever had any of these thoughts? If anything's wrong with my child, it's my fault.
You ready? I'm going to tap on Jo. She's got these thoughts in her head. Yeah.
He's just not fitting
Let
in with the kids around him,
go,
and it's all my fault. I feel like a
bullshit
failure because he's not fitting in.
Let it go. Let it go.
He won't make it in life. How's he going to make it in life if he can't fit in with other people?
Let it go.
Fit in the world. It'll be all my fault.
Oh, yeah. All your fault. Let it go.
I feel trapped.
Let it go.
With these problems forever. Like it's all my fault and it's going to be with me forever.
Yeah. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
The things we do to ourselves.
All these stories we tell ourselves.
Yeah. You may, if you're new to this group, you may have noticed that we do tend to go to the big stuff, like the stuff as mums that, you know, that both of us did, then when we felt like failures and how we would guilt and shame ourselves over all the things that we couldn't do well as mums. And yeah, we do go straight to the core.
Don't beat around the bush in this group, because that's the thing that we have to clear, because on the other side of that is, what is it, Jo?
Yeah, when you see yourself saying this, I am worthy and valuable because I exist. I honour myself. It's safe to put myself first.
Tap that one in. Tap it in.
Yeah,
yes, tap it in.
I honour myself. It's safe to put myself first.
Yeah.
I know my child's path is their own, and it may be different to mine.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Watch your microphone. Can you tap on the other collarbone? I easily accept others' differences.
Yeah. And my kids' differences.
Yeah.
With me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we do. This is what we do. May even look a bit weird. But this stuff works.
Really weird. But tapping works, and we really want to focus on those watching this video that are new to this group and may not have experienced the magic in here, or listen to the videos that women who've been part of our course and really showing you the power of tapping and letting go of these limiting beliefs. Because we don't even though we've written that stuff in there, because we know we had those beliefs once upon a time, like it's my fault. Oh my goodness, everything that my kids did was my fault. So I had that one big time, but of course it didn't serve me. And until I found Fast EFT, I felt like there weren't too many people who could really change that problem for me, because they didn't know how to go to the core of what I was doing in my own mind to actually create that belief system. And it was a really strong belief system of mine, because it had lots of memories from my own childhood attached to it, and that's what Fast EFT helps us to change. So yeah,
and this is why we say that like our kids are our greatest teachers and offer us the biggest opportunities to see things in us that we can change, to bring up things that are held deep in our subconscious. Those triggers that come up, they're golden opportunities for change. Make your life better. It's weird, hey? It's weird to you do the work, and then when your child triggers you or your partner, there will come a time when you're going, oh, yay, thanks for that. There's something I can clear up around that.
Yeah, if you are new to this group, I'm sure you've heard of these concepts, and I hope that you're here because you're ready to commit to really doing this on a daily basis. The women that join our courses, they get support, and they know that there's other women who are going to turn up on the call and be able to say, well, I'm celebrating this week because this has changed, and this has changed, and this has changed, but this stuff is still triggering me. But even, it's beautiful, like after they've been tapping for a while, what they start to notice is, and somebody posted in our group just the other day, one of the mums posted that she's still beating up herself a little bit on the I'm getting triggered, but of course she's responding in a different way when the triggers come along, which is a massive, massive shift. Because if you can be with your child and around their triggers as well, then and stay calm, even though you might have some stuff going on for yourself, and you can tap instead, then wow, what an amazing, amazing change. Because this particular post said it's not about like being the perfect parent. Like, it's about learning how to self-regulate your own emotions and then connect with your child in their emotional states of being. And children are learning. They're learning lots about who they are, and you know, they're often they're like the weather. Like in Melbourne, this particularly, they change up and down. Or, you know, one minute they're angry, the next minute they're sad, or they're whining, or they're doing different things. But we're learning to be with them in every part of that, because we're no longer able to like going into a big trigger where we have to really we get so triggered we're reacting, I suppose.
Yeah, that automatic, that you've got like those golden seconds or milliseconds of opportunity when something used to trigger you and it would just be an automatic response. Now there's a new awareness before you go into that automatic response. Oh, I'm triggered. Just to be able to do that and stop that automatic response is huge.
Yeah, and to start, exactly, it is so huge. And then the work we do really starts to train your brain's neural pathways into that second list that Jo read out, which is I honor myself, I'm kind to myself, I respect myself, I recognize that I'm doing the best that I can, and that my children are on their own path, that they've got a plan for their own life. They're divine, amazing beings. And we do not have a belief in this group that your children are broken or that you're broken. It's not part of our belief system at all. So anything that's kind of less than you're an infinite being of like infinite potential, it's kind of like you've got to, you know, tap that shit away, guys.
Yeah, with your own internal guidance system. And that can be, for me, that was a very difficult one to grasp onto, because I had suppressed my own internal guidance system so much. How could I possibly believe that my children have their own?
Yeah, well, I did some work with a client the other day. She was a young woman, but she'd been chronically ill. And one of the practices we did in the call, because she asked me to help her with this, was to actually just be able to raise her voice and get angry. Because as a child, she had never been allowed to be angry. So it was just to even feel what that felt like in her body, and to be able to, you know, scream at the top of her lungs. I love my job because, you know, I don't know what my neighbours think, but I was screaming at the top of my lungs like, I'm really angry right now. Something that perhaps she didn't get to do as a child. And so anger, really, all our emotions are self-serving, like they're helping guide us in life as to what we don't want and what we do want. So emotions are never the issue, but the fact that we hold on to anger for more than about, 4 minutes, a child will move through anger and get to the other side of it if it's seen and heard and recognized. But what we do as adults is we hold on to it for 20 years. And that's why we come and we use this beautiful tapping process, this defractionation process of shifting out of these, what we call trances. We've got ourselves in a hypnotic trance for 20 years. I had many of them that were serving me, and we can start shifting them, and life starts to improve dramatically when you do that. It's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I sometimes blame myself for my older son's mishaps issues.
Yeah.
We can be really good at blaming ourselves, for sure. But they are on their own journey, really, they certainly are.
And another piece of gold that's really, really wild and out there, if you're new to this work, that really helped me shift a lot of things and change my life, is the belief that I chose my parents. I chose this lifetime. So if I believe that,
you're getting deep now, Jo.
Yeah, I am going a bit hard, but that's what we're known for.
Yep.
But then, so if I believe that, then I also believe that my children chose me.
Yes, I totally believe that, because we are divine, amazing beings who are fully in control of everything that goes on in our lives when we start making conscious decisions about that. Now, when we're unconscious to it as children, that's a different story, because we come in here and we tend to really forget that we're really powerful. And it seems to, I don't know, it's a weird thing. Maybe it kind of serves us in some ways. I mean, I wouldn't be here doing this if I hadn't experienced all the things that I perceived as being extremely traumatic in my childhood have also given me great skills and great gifts that now that I've released the emotional charge, and I know this is the same for Jo too, that once we release the emotional charge around those coping skills, like I've said this before, hypervigilance, massive coping skill for me as a child, but as a practitioner without all the fear, it's fun. It's like I can see little things that you do, I can notice the tone, inflection changes, because I had to be hypervigilant as a child. And
what you also notice, not only tones, but minor movements in your face, like a slight raise of an eyebrow or a slight raise of a, just here or something. All those little things are indications of a memory.
So how cool that your children also, no matter what's happening to them, and you can start to reframe how we're speaking with them about triggers, how their particular things that they're perceiving as perhaps negative in their life at the moment can also be turned around. And you can start, if you're languaging this up yourself in this way, like I say to my kids, oh, this is my superpower now. Now, if they start hearing that languaging from a young age, they're starting to turn all their perceived, traumas or perceived wounds into gifts a lot quicker in life, because you can start doing this in your 20s. You can start doing it in your teens. You can start doing it as a 6-year-old, actually. Actually, probably the 2, 3, 4-year-olds have got this down.
Easier for
they
them.
know how to do it. We've just lost the ability of how to do it. And Fast Reef Tea is how we bring this back, because we just go back and change what we call imprints, like your earliest imprint that where you started getting this belief that something's my fault. Like normally it's because a parent got really angry at you, and that tone of voice is you're still carrying it around inside your head. And it's dictating how you run your life. It's why you don't go out and do, perhaps, Jo wouldn't be here and had gone out and you just did a comedy workshop for a heap of women. Like, you just wouldn't have done that if you were still carrying around all that pain and trauma.
No chance. And I'm on the path. I feel like I didn't have a voice as a child. My perception completely, and silence was my superpower. Yeah. And I'm going to be on stage and I'm going to speak to thousands of people, and through having worked on my shit for the last couple of years, and this is what I experienced in my childhood has brought me to this, and brought me to to having the strong belief, the strong driver behind me that this is what I'm here for.
Yes, exactly. So the other thing we really wanted to make sure that we mention today, because our course is coming up on the 5th of April, is that you go and check out the frequently asked questions. And you've got a lot of, you did a great video with Kristen yesterday, superstar Kristen.
And Arwen, and Monica, and Anna and Deb. Yeah. There's going to be videos coming out where some of our course members share their experiences of the course and how their life has changed through coming to this work with us. So they'll be coming up with the hashtag Tapping Works, and I'll put a link to the FAQs underneath this video. And I spoke with Kristen just yesterday, and she said that moment when she had that 30-minute that turned into an hour discovery call in the beginning, when she thought she may be interested in the work, and she said how that, she recognized that she really needed to do it, and made some massive changes in her life.
Yeah, and how can they book in for a 30-minute discovery call?
You can pop a message below or PM me, and we'll set up a time.
Yes, yes. So yeah, definitely, if you're interested, send us a message. If you've got any concerns whatsoever, we hope that they've all been addressed in the frequently asked questions. But if they haven't, like some of the main, well, if they haven't, please ask us anything. Some of the main ones are, what if I've got children? And look, children are just my greatest joy on the calls. They are amazing. They're just part of the calls. So as the frequently asked questions section says, I have kids showing me their painting. I've been shown a cow. I think we fed a cow for a while.
Cartwheels in the background.
We've always got women feeding children, which I think is absolutely beautiful and amazing. It's just, you know, it's the kids are a part of this course, and they are the joy of this course. And the fact that I sometimes like see them telling, or I hear stories about them saying, "Mum, you need to go back and see the tapping lady," or when's your next call with Ilka, or you know, Kristen's turned the phone around before and I see her little daughter, you know, doing a tapping. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal to think that a generation of kids are learning this tool and going to be able to shift their shit really quick.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And they're really good at it anyway already, but with this on top, oh my goodness. And mostly seeing their parents do it and recognise that it's helping them is just so cool. So yeah, check that out. What else was there?
Come
the
join us.
Questions.
We're changing the world.
Yes.
One relationship at a time, beginning with the most important one of all, the one with you.
Yes.
One inside me.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And there's parenting groups out there, guys, and beautiful. There's some beautiful people doing work in the parenting groups. Love them all. They're all amazing people. I think that our group we do kind of cut to the chase. You know, it's like, where are these beliefs? Where did these beliefs start? Let's clean out the core of these belief systems you're carrying around. They're not serving you. They're not serving your kids. And, you know, the quicker they go, the better. The quicker you stop with the bullshit and start living who you genuinely are here to be, which is an infinite being, a divine, amazing creator. Like, I feel like this group is full of just incredible women, and men who are changing the world, and we feel very honoured, don't we, Jo?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So thank you all for watching. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Kristen. Sarah, is it?
Yep.
And yeah, it's been wonderful to have you here. And yeah, like the video if you feel it's been helpful. Tell your friends.
Yeah, the work is cool. Change your life.
Yeah. So
okay,
we'd love to have you with us.
We'll be back shortly with magical moments for this week.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll see you next Wednesday.
Okay, see you guys. Bye. Thank you.